Okie dokie folks, good evening. How are we all doing? Welcome to Leeds. Rather cold and blustery Leeds, it has to be said. It's 5 degrees, it's blowing a gale as per usual. So we're here for a short one, short and sweet this evening. Let's have an hour or maybe an hour and a half, and let's see what we get. There is Jet2 just landed. I think we've got a Challenger on finals as well, a NetJets Challenger 350 I think it is. We'll swing the camera around in a sec. So welcome along everybody, I hope you're all okay. It's Friday night, we've made it to the weekend. We've also just had a little helicopter land, an Explorer, November 902 Golf Bravo I think it was. It's just disappeared off my flight radar as we speak. That's gone to multi-flight. Tom's on the camera, say good evening Tom.
Hello everyone.
We're wrapped up in, how many coats have you got on Tom? 600?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
This is indeed a NetJets Challenger 350. Not quite sure where that's come from, that's a hard one to say. Ciudad Real. Never heard of it, to be honest. Charlie Sierra Charlie Hotel Charlie, the registration. That's a nice little biz. Shame it's dark. So the Jet2 that just landed at the start of the stream was inbound from Tenerife South. There was another Jet2 landed as well just before we started the stream. That came in from Paris. That was a 300 series 737. So we're up in the up on top of the world. We've got a nice view of the apron this evening from up here, so we'll have a look around in a bit. See quite a few aircraft parked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see at least 9. Jet2 down there, 10. There's at least 10 aircraft in. Plus this bizjet that's just landed. Not sure if there's more bizjets on the ramp. I know there was a American Gulfstream 4 in this morning. Not sure if that's still in. There is an Echo Juliet. I think that's a private Irish registered biz due in around about 7 o'clock-ish as well. So let's have a look in the chat. Yin Cappy Spotter, always first in the chat. Hammy Man Travels, good evening Bob. Dave Billington, hello Dave. Martin Naylor, hello Martin. Sarah Louise, hello to you. Colin Dutton, good evening. Seb, good evening to you. Sam's Planes and Trains, our super mod, hello Sam. Paddy Spain, hello there. Dwayne Curl is with us, hello Dwayne, how are you doing pal? And he says it's his mate's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to him. Matthew Atkinson, hello there. Leafern42, hello there. Says, how are we all this evening? Bit chilly, we're alright. Aviation Car Human, hello to you. Andrew Roffney, hello there. SJ Gibson, good evening. Marilyn's with us as well, our other supermod, hello there. Oh wow, Leafern42's gifted a Blue Sky membership. And it's gone to Marilyn. Wow. Thank you, Lee. That's very kind. How about that, Marilyn? Very, very fortunate. So congratulations to you. Yeah, thank you, Lee. Lindsay and Louis, good evening. Ghost Flyer across the sea in Frankfurt, hello there. Alfie Fakri, down in Lanzarote, hello to you. Jim's Journeys, good evening. Ian Evans, hello to you. I think that's up to date, so welcome along everybody. If I've missed your name out there, let me know. Right, what we're looking at, Tom?
The Jet2 taxiing in.
Is that the one that's just come from Tenerife? The 800 series, I think it is. Is it Tenerife or is it Tenerife? How do you say it, Tom?
Tenerife.
Tenerife. Yeah, I say Tenerife. A lot of people say Tenerife. Tenerife. The Londoners, they say Tenerife. Trevor Smith's in the chat. Hello, Trevor. Says the Gulfstream went to Wife Plains about half an hour after arriving. Oh, so it didn't stop long then. And also had a Finnish Legacy 500 from Fort Lauderdale. Oh, wow. And it says the Brazilian Phenom is still parked up, due out to Keflavik at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Well, we'll have to have a walk down to the fence before we go then, Tom, won't we, and see that. I think that was the first PS registered aircraft ever to come into Leeds. And Amanda Evans, very good evening, Amanda. That's Ian Evans' mum. So like I say, it's very, very cold, it's rather windy, so we're not going to stop too long tonight. I know last time we was up here and it was like this, we managed to just over an hour, didn't we, Tom? Before it was absolutely frozen to the core, yeah, so we'll do its best. And Trev says, yeah, we've had the Logan Air Embraer 145's been in as well today. Yeah, bringing Plymouth for the match at Ellen Road tomorrow. Alfie says down in the Canaries they call it Tenerife. Kev Weaver's also down in Lanzarote. Hello, Kev. And Army Man, very good evening to you. Also, we've got a very, very nice full moon this evening. We're going to have a quick peek, Tom.
Yes, one second.
That wind seems to be really whipping up. Forecast said the wind was going to drop this evening. It's blowing a gale. Hawk K, hello to you. Sarah Jane, hello there. And CK, hello CK. Need a bit more brightness on that one. There it comes, somebody's turning the lights on. That looks quite cool, that looks like more like Mars. Wow. It looks like it's part cloudy on the moon. A bit brighter, Tom. A little bit more. It's coming, that's near one more. Yeah, that's about right. What a beautiful moon this evening, very, very nice. I see an aircraft on long vinyls, what's this then? It's an Aer Lingus ATR, about 5 miles back at the moment. Andy Parkin, good evening to you. settings on right things.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, don't you? Oh, Colin Dutton, £5 super chat. Get a cup of tea for you and Tom on the way home. Colin, that is very, very kind. We will do. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. Thank you. We'll do that, Tom, won't we? We'll call up that person with the big yellow M and we'll get a nice coffee. So thank you, Colin. That's very kind. Much appreciated. Ooh, Sarah Louise says, anyone tracking the Virgin Galactic on FR24? Interesting. Ah, I get you. Matthew Atkinson says, what are the darker shades on the moon, craters or mountains, etc.? Anyone know? I'm not actually too sure. So that's Aer Lingus that's just touching down. He's in from Belfast. Big Jet TV's with us in the chat. Hello there. Is that the Big Jet TV? We're very well, but we're cold. It is jolly cold tonight. 5 degrees at the moment. And play Roblox with me. Very good evening to you. Have you got your gloves on, Tom? Sort yourself out, good lad. Don't want cold fingers, do we? You got your heated socks on?
Yep.
Yep. Trevor Smith says the MD 900 helicopter, November 902 Golf Bravo. That came in about 10 minutes ago. Starting up on multi-flight. Going to Shoreham. That was tracked number 9 worldwide on flight radar when it landed about 10 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, maybe. Is that the one and only Big Jet TV in the chat? Or is that just somebody with the same name? Are you ready for this, Tom? There's a helicopter about to hop up any second. You can hear him starting up. Bob says no, not Joe. I didn't think it was. Not sure if Jerry goes into streams. I've never seen him in a stream. Have you, Tom?
No.
Oh. Oh, there he goes. HD8, good evening down in Huddersfield, how are you doing? And Scotty13, hello there. So that helicopter that's just lifted off there is November 902 Golf Bravo. That's a nice little movement. According to Trev, that's off down to Shoreham. Rob Gunn, AK-47, hello to you. Ian Evans says, seriously, can't wait for summer. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit like that right now. Every time we come out lately, Tom, we're freezing out.
I know, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not nice. We need to be down in Spain. They're having a heat wave at the moment. Parts of Spain at the moment have been in the high 20s in January. That's mind-boggling. Rob Gunn says hello to you both. Hello, Rob. So, we're having a look around then, Tom. We've got nothing on the approach at the moment. Let's have a pan round. Where are we starting? We're starting on stand 6, I think. Some aircraft somewhere. There we go. Jet2. What's that one, Tom? Jet2. I think it's all Jet2s that are in at the moment. It's down the eastern end of the apron. I think that's down to about stand 18, 19 area. And if you go around a little bit more onto the eastern ramp, there's a few more Jet2s on there. Andrew Peacock, good evening to you. Who's up in the Highlands of Scotland, but is fancying a Murgatroyds. That's a bit of a drive for you, Andrew. Axis Productions, good evening. So we'll wait patiently for the next movement. It's a lot warmer doing it from car, Tom.
I know. It's freezing.
Yeah. Why didn't we do it from the car?
Can't see the stand.
No, that's true. You can't see the stand. Fredio, hello to you. HD8 says, Nick, you can't be far from LBA. Where do you live? It's about 15 miles as the crow flies to the west. So it's About half an hour to 3/4 of an hour's drive actually. It's awkward roads and it's always busy. Is that the Helen? Lee says, when does Leeds Bradford pick up for flights both in and out? It's
Never.
yeah, never. No, April, May starts to pick up for the summer. It was actually fairly busy in the summer months through the afternoon. Oh wow, Scotty13 gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Scotty. And that's gone to Sam's Planes and Trains. Wow. 2 memberships and they've both gone to our mods. Wow, amazing. Thank you, Scotty. Pete Leeds, good evening. HD8 says, Tom, as per usual, top-notch camera work, matey.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're desperate for a new tripod, aren't you? And
It's a image stabilisation.
image stabilisation, yeah, that's the one we're looking for. Maybe in the future, when we've won the lottery. Stuart says, do you come over Dick Hudson's way? We do indeed. Yes, over the tops. Adam, very good evening to you. And Dean Winspear, good evening. Air Action 2257, a very good evening to you. Dino's with us as well, says, yo peeps. How are you doing, Dino? Nice to have you with us. Let's have a look at that. And Pinnacle, good evening to you. In York. It's a little less windy in York. It's still quite blowy up here at the moment. Well, when we left home it seemed quite calm, but it's typical Leeds, it's blowing a gale again. Lynn Kasatkin, good evening, Lynn. Dino's pucker. I've not heard that for ages. Pucker. Yeah, HD8 says it must be cold because it's Baltic in Huddersfield. It certainly is. Hence, it's a fairly short stream tonight. We'll probably do an hour or so. Oh, Lynn's got 19 degrees down in Lanzarote. Very nice. And Air Action 2257's been watching a video about the ghosts of Manchester Airport. Manchester Airport has ghosts? Surely not. Jamie Pickles, good evening, Jamie. Julie Cross, good evening, says hi from Baltic Bolton. Midnight Star, good evening to you, welcome along. And Tony Else, very good evening Tony, how are you doing pal? Very nice.
Jet2 pushing back.
Yeah. What have you spotted?
Jet2 pushing back.
Is that down on the eastern end? Where are they taking him then? Lee Fern says, do you ever travel down to London Heathrow or Gatwick, or do you stay further north? We are planning on going down there sometime in the summer, aren't we, Tom, when it's a bit lighter.
Yeah.
And we'll have a few trips down there this year, I think. We'll try and get about a bit. Now everything's working again. Papa Kilo's with us in the chat, hello. And Papa Kilo, we've just been talking about ghosts at Manchester Airport. That's your department. What's your take on that one? Here we go, look, mostly airmen ghosts from World War II. And ghosts that bang on the men's toilet doors in T1. I'm not having any of that nonsense. Debbie, good evening. Only banging on them doors is when somebody's dying to get in. Oh wow, Lindsay Lewis gifted 5 Blue Sky memberships. Wow. Thank you, Lindsay, that's very, very kind indeed. Pete Leeds has got a membership there, Debbie as well, Ian Evans, Julie Cross and Adam. So come on into the chat, say thanks, it's very, very kind and much appreciated. Thank you. Now, the last time I checked, we was 4 members away from getting a new emoji. So we might, unless some have dropped away again, we might be able to get a new emoji tonight. I will look at that when I get home. And James Sykes, good evening to you. Lindsay says, you're very welcome, always happy to help. A great stream. Thank you, that's very kind. Yeah, Stuart says, it was me trying to get out. Melissa Jackson Bailey, good evening. Aldo, good evening to you as well.
This tripod is just mashed.
You're not impressed with this tripod, are you, Tom? At all?
No, it's not good.
Oh wow, Air Action 2257, thank you so much. Wow, that's very, very kind. There's we're a £10 super chat. Thank you, Aviation 2257. We'll have an apple pie with that coffee now, Tom.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, that's very kind. Ooh, just need some action now. Where did that Jet2 go, Tom?
I think it just taxied to a different stand.
Where? Is it still down that end? Oh, if you ever visit the LGI, go down the old wings, it's extremely haunted. No thank you, I'll take your word for it. Oh, and Laura Maloney upgrading to first class membership as well. Thank you, Laura. It's very kind as well. Tom's just having a tinker with the moon here. Yes, so I think we should be able to get a new emoji tonight after with these new memberships. So thanks, guys. I'll look into that one. So suggestions on the new emoji then. I know the mods want a mod emoji. We're talking about a go around emoji as well. Oh, look at this moon. That is beautiful. Got the settings just right there, Tom. That looks perfect. Hawk K says the Jet2 was just a tour from stand 20B to 21C. What's that all about then? Oh, it's runny nose weather, isn't it, Tom?
It's freezing.
Air Action says, once saw a ghost at work, just a dark figure. Who else claims to have seen a ghost? I know my mother's, she claims to have seen a ghost. And Stuart Lawson's been a member for 8 months. Wow. Says that's gone quick, well worth it. Thank you, Stuart. How time flies. We've been streaming for over a year now, Tom.
We have.
Yeah, haven't we? Roger not. Hello, Roger. So someone will go mad tonight. Oh, goodness me. Wind, wind, go away. It's getting stronger. Mr. Pingu's with us in the chat as well. Hello, David, from Urmston, down in Manchester. Very good evening to you. Hope you're well, David. Let's have a look on flight radar. Things are very quiet at the moment. Looking quite quiet. Moments. Okay, looking at flight radar, we have a whiz. Excellent. Just approaching the east coast, actually. That could be our next arrival. That is coming in from Warsaw. It's an A321 this evening. behind that, behind that we've got the delayed KLM, which is German Airways. That's an Embraer 190. That's halfway across the North Sea at the moment. That'll be nice to see. I don't think we've caught that on stream before, have we, Tom? Maybe once.
I think once.
That is Delta Alpha Mike Whiskey Oscar this evening. We also have a BizJet down over the South Wales at the moment. That is the Echo Juliet registered one. That is Echo Juliet Romeo Echo Victor Alpha, which is a HS125, I believe. Don't think I've ever seen an Echo Juliet registration in Leeds before. Or have I? Maybe one. Yes, I have actually. This will be the second one I've seen here. There is also a Jet2 just off the coast off Land's End, and a Ryanair just over the northwest corner of France at the moment as well. I've lost where I am in the chat now. Let's have a look. David joined us, and oh, David's gifted us 5 memberships as well. Thank you, David. Mr. Pingu, that is very, very kind. I am pretty sure now we will have enough to get a new emoji, so thank you, David. James Sykes has got one of the memberships. Sarah Louise, Chavs, Louis DeHaan and Matt Smith. All been gifted memberships there. Thank you, David. It's very, very kind of you all. And Rob Gregory, good evening, Rob. And Paul Rogerson, good evening to you. Deborah Me as well. Hello, Deborah, how are you doing? All gone a bit quiet, hasn't it, Tom?
Yeah, at the moment.
The Aer Lingus won't be too long before that's ready to push back again. And yes, Amimam Travels has put a link to our Facebook site there. Feel free to join that, guys. Do get your photos in it, the more the merrier. Nice to see. Pete Leeds says, are you near the cemetery? Nowhere near it tonight, Pete. About a mile away. That's interesting. Julie Cross says, I would love to see a live on trains. Anyone know of any? I'm sure there'll be some. Not something I've ever thought of doing. Although we do live near the Keighley-on-Wharfe Valley steam railway line, don't we, Tom? And yeah. Maybe it'd be nice to do a little stream from there one day. See the steam trains.
It's very rare place.
Yeah, well, maybe in the summer it's fairly busy. I have seen streamers down there before doing it, so there must be railway sites. There you go, look, there's a rail cam with multiple 24/7 cams dotted across the UK. Cheers, Sam. And have we to say a big hello to Madison and Macaulay. Hello to you both, how you doing? So that is the Aer Lingus ATR that we're looking at right now. Hazy VR1, hello to you. And Brian Cassidy, good evening. And just looking up at the moment as well, there's not a cloud in the sky, all the stars are out. Not had an evening like this for a while, have we, Tom?
No.
Makes a nice change, it's just a shame it's freezing. Patrick Malone, good evening to you. Jill Rogers is with us, hello Jill, how are you doing? Alan Calderbank as well, hello there. Air Action 2257 says there's an Embraer 190 coming in from Amsterdam, German Airways, 25 minutes out. That is operating for KLM. Quite regular in here at the moment to them, German Airways. Seem to be operating for KLM quite a lot. Louis DeHaan, good evening to you, Louis. Dino says he feels old at 32. Goodness me, you wait till you get to 49, mate. Whew. Midnight Star says, in her mind, I'm still 18. Yeah, I'm like that. I'm younger than you, Tom, in my head. Any passengers getting on yet, Tom?
Can't see any. And Louis DeHaan says, who can I thank for the gifted membership? It was Mr. Pingu. Wow, Stuart Lawson says, I'm 70 on Monday. Well, happy birthday for that. Wow, the big 7-0. Miles Blackburn, hello Miles. Ryan says, is Tom not gaming tonight? I bet you are later on, Tom, aren't you? Probably.
It's Friday night, he'll be on it till 2 in the morning. What's your favourite game on the Xbox, Tom?
I'm not sure. Maybe FIFA.
Ooh. Not Flight Simulator?
FIFA or Flight Simulator.
Oh, goodness me, it's bitingly cold. And again, I suppose it's January. Laura says FIFA for her kids as well. Yeah, come on, hands up in the chat. Who's got Flight Simulator? We've got it, Tom, haven't we? And a million add-ons. Yeah, Brian says the wind sounds rough. It is. We couldn't be more exposed, to be honest. We're right on top of the hill. We've got to the highest point we can be. The downside to that is we get all the wind. Philip Whitehead. Good evening, Philip. Who's got X-Planes 12 and Microsoft Flight Simulator? Mr. Pingu from Urmston in Manchester. I must admit I've not heard of Urmston before. I'm not quite sure where that is. Besides Manchester. It's a new one for me. And bus driver, good evening, who's on the flight sim at the moment. Flying anywhere good? Paul Rogerson, just got myself a flight simulator. Denise down in Rochdale, hello there. Karen, hey, hello, how are you doing? Graham G85, good evening to you too. Cuckoo, just get a cuckoo. And Dino says his mum watches Emmerdale. Are you near that? Ish. I'm not actually too sure where they film Emmerdale. I know they used to film it in a little place called Esholt, I think it was, which is not too far away from me. I'm not sure if they still film it there or not. It's not something I really watch. I'm sure somebody in the chat will let you know. Paul says cuckoo. That's actually a little notification on my phone, is that cuckoo. And I don't know how that's come in because I've got my internet turned off at the moment, which is a bit strange. Could be a low battery warning, I think that cuckoo's as well. Julie says, love the interaction with the viewers. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Be very lonely up here without you lot. Be even better if we've got some movements at the moment. It's very quiet. Yeah, I don't think the Whiz is too far away now, and the German Airways is right behind it, and then we've got a private jet behind that. So there's some interesting planes coming, which will be nice to see. Not going anywhere before they turn up. Danny Jones is with us in the chat. Very good evening, Danny. And Johnny, good evening, welcome along. In Knaresborough. First time here. Wow, welcome, Johnny. Like I say, for them that's just joined, we're not having a long stream tonight. It's too cold for a long stream. So we'll probably get the Whiz, we'll get the German Airways, we'll get the BizJet that's due in, and we'll take it from there. Papa Kilo says, are you having a chippy tea? We are not. No, we're going to the place with the big yellow M, and we're going to have a coffee and an apple pie. There's the Whiz. Ah, there you go. Adam says it's Harewood, and you can see the set from the walk around Harewood House. Thank you, Adam. Tom says the passengers are getting on the Aer Lingus. Struggling to do this with these gloves on, Tom. Right, looking at flight radar, the BizJet and the Wizz are pretty much the same distance away, so I'm not sure which is going to come first. Both about 10 minutes out. So the little private jet that's inbound is coming in from Malaga in the south of Spain. Riva Air Ambulance, apparently. Yeah, Aer Lingus is pinging on the ground in Dublin, so that's about to take off. There's another Jet2 just to the south of Wales at the moment as well. He's coming in from Lanzarote. It's probably about 25 minutes away. It's not available. It's not available. Is that the one that towed around? Might be. Be that then. Sky Spy Aviation, very good evening to you. And Sky Spy, I owe you an apology. I noticed a message from you the other day and I didn't have time to respond. I went back to look for it and I can't find it anywhere. So you might need to message me again on that one. Danny Jones saying a very good day for BizJet nerds today. Yes, well, I think we've missed most of them, which is a shame. We've got did have the NetJets Challenger that came in at the start of the stream. But there was a nice American Gulf in this morning, apparently. I think the Brazilian Phenom, that's still here, according to Trevor. Danny, as per usual, if you want to put a link to your movements page for today, feel free. Then everybody can see your list of movements on Yorkshire Spotters. Edinburgh Airport Live, good evening. And Martin Batchelor down in Basingstoke, hello there. And Luke Nash, hello there. Oh, he's off out for a birthday meal. Happy birthday, Luke. Martin saying open day at LBA tomorrow from 12 till 2. Look around. Drops. My foot's starting to get cold, Tom.
Makes my feet are warm.
You've got heated socks on. Still haven't bought myself a pair, by the way. It's always my right foot that goes cold first. Why is that? Dino, you take care, buddy. Thank you. See you later. Can actually see aircraft on long finals at the moment. That's the Wizz. Does look like Wizz will be first to land. careful.
Don't want to fall off though.
And Cruel Hasbeast Fleet, very good evening. And Edinburgh Airport Live, giving a big shout out to our moderator Marilyn. Thank you for that. Yep, she's the #1 moderator. And Denise says that you both sat in a car, it's nice and warm. No, not quite. We're right on top of the hill, it's absolutely freezing. Yeah, totally out in the open. We did think about going in the car tonight, but you can't see the ramp, and that's the only problem. From down by the end of the runway. So I thought we'll brave the cold for an hour or so. And Laura Maloney says, do you go to Manchester on a Saturday? Yes, sometimes. Might be down there tomorrow, actually. He's off to Lanzarote for the big 4-0. Oh, wow. I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Sky Spice says it'd be great for some 1-4s. We haven't been on 3-2 for quite a while. There was a little spell this week when they went on to 1-4, but it didn't last very long. Edinburgh Airport says, who's operating the camera tonight?
Me.
Him.
You'll do it yourself. You told me at that. You know I'm somewhere, didn't you?
Ooh. Edinburgh Airport says, who's him? Who are you?
I'm Tom.
It's Tom, my son. He's 14. He's the boss. He's the real boss. Marilyn pretends to be the boss, but Tom's the boss. Aren't you, Tom?
No.
You are. Yep, I'm Nick, you're Tom. We've got Bob, Marilyn, Sam, Patrick, who's not with us tonight, Alexander Elliott, our mods, and Roy. Can't miss out Roy, can we? Roy Ollermans. Blue Sky team. Max Harris, good evening, Max. So this is Wiz that's coming in now on A321. coming in from Warsaw. Let's have a look. The registration on this one, Hotel Alpha Lima X-Ray Mike. Looks like he's going right to the end. You might have to wait down there in the loop. We've got the little bizjet on fairly short finals behind him. Danny Jones is off to work. Have a good evening, Danny. It says, says congrats on getting onto the BBC. Well deserved. Yeah, thank you for that. That was nice to get onto the BBC this week. Anybody that didn't know, haven't seen that, I put a little video on our YouTube page. Had a little clip from Storm Jocelyn shown on BBC Look North. It was also shown in the Yorkshire Evening Post's website as well, so thank you to them. So yeah, that was a bonus. Into the sun, good evening. So this is Echo Juliet, the registration, Romeo Echo Victor Alpha. It's about to touchdown. This is coming in from Malaga. Wow, Marilyn's been a member for 8 months. Thank you, Marilyn. How time flies. Stuart Lawson with the busy emojis. Yeah, get your busy emojis in, guys. Don't get to use that very often at Leeds, do we? It's a nice little private jet, that. Excuse me. And Sam's Planes and Trains also in the 8-month club. Wow, thanks, Sam. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, so that little bizjet will taxi back up to multi-flight. I think the Wizz A321 will backtrack as well now. Laura Malone has been a member for 5 months. Wow. Thank you, Laura, for your support. Very, very kind. Excuse me. Not in your way, am I, Tom? No, I'm alright. Now, which stand are they going to put the whiz on? Let's hope it's one underneath a light, and then we get a good look at it. Oh, Laura says, thank you, I love this stream. Bless you, thank you. The aircraft does just disappear behind the hangar roof there as it taxis in.
This is push back.
Yeah. Aer Lingus on the move. And Colin Dutton with the £2 super chat as well. Thank you, Colin. That's very, very kind. Much appreciated. Yeah, really appreciated, Colin. Thank you. Luke Nash says, can we get to 150 likes? We're up to 128 already. Wow. Thanks, guys. What stands are going on to, Tom? 8, 9, 10, 11-ish?
That's stand 11.
Ish. And Donald Kelly, good evening, Donald. He says, hola, are you down in Spain? Hola to you, hola, buenas tardes. And Lee Fern 42, £5 super chat. Thank you, Lee, that's very kind. A bit of something towards the running costs. I found you about a month ago and haven't looked back. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Lee, that's very kind, mate. Cheers. Yeah, we'll pop that in the old petrol tank, so thank you. Right, next on the approach, you can see it's quite a long way back yet. I think it's the German Airways. What we're watching now, Tom, I'm not looking. Oh, Aer Lingus taxiing out. That's going back to Belfast. Paul says I did an Indian accent. Looks to be taxiing quite quickly. I wonder if he's going to try and sneak out in front of this arriving aircraft. Angus is lining up, he's taking it short from being the taxiway. Just see the flashing lights through the trees at the moment. There it goes. And Loza747, good evening to you. And Dibby, hello Dibby. Landing German Airways is still a couple of miles out yet. Oh wow, Laura Maloney dropping £10 super chat as well. Thank you all for the streams in this cold, windy weather. Thank you, Laura, that's very, very kind. Much appreciated. So yeah, that'll go towards the petrol for this weekend, so for more streams, so thank you, Laura. Very, very kind. Excuse me. Okay, this is German Airways operating for KLM. Rather late this evening is this one. This should have been and gone by now. So this is in from Amsterdam, of course. Delta Alpha Mike Whiskey Oscar, the reg on this one. Alan 6, good evening Alan. Laura says you're welcome. Well, thank you, it's very kind. Yeah, German Airways Embraer 190, very nice. Very quiet. Nice to see that. Okay, let's have a look on flight radar. What else is due? I think there's another Jet2 somewhere. There is indeed. Jet2 from Lanzarote is just over Manchester at the moment. I think that could be the next arrival. And Cruel Has Beast Fleet says, try saying the word subscribe, it should make the subscribe button flash for us. Subscribe! Did it work? Now, which stand is this one going to go on? Out of interest, guys, what's the stream quality like tonight? I know our camera's not famed for its nighttime capabilities, so it'd be interesting to know. Is it looking okay? Not too fuzzy, or not too much noise in the picture? Where's it gone, Tom? Oh, there, I see it. Right. Jason Caddick, hello there. A few comments saying it looks alright, Tom.
That's good.
That's good news, thank you. Marilyn's back. Welcome back, Marilyn. Yeah, Martin says very good to say it's dark. It's not easy shooting in the dark. Everything's got to be on manual settings, and it's a trial and error job sometimes, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah.
Malcolm Clark says everything, guys. Should that be evening, guys? Hello, Malcolm. Goodness me. What we're doing tomorrow, Tom? Are we going to Manchester at some stage?
It's up to you.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Martin says, his Ender can see the plane's livery really well. That's good to hear. Marilyn's got chocolate. Right, everybody round to Marilyn's. What we're looking at now, German ones. Her Flick, good evening to you, her. Crossing Sweden, if I remember rightly. Colin says, are you going south side tomorrow? We'll have a think about that. I'm not too sure yet. Usually is. Unless we go to the end of the runway. Can see flashing lights in the distance. It looks like that's the Jet2 swinging around. Unless it's something out of Manchester. See it right over there, Tom? Long way away. Just the Jet2. Yes, because when it resets itself, it kicks it off. about 20 minutes or so. See how my fingers are. One of my feet's alright, the other one's frozen. Sarah says, I like the end of the runway. That is cool. I must admit, I did like it down there. You're a bit distant, but it's yeah, it's an interesting place. And I think the weather's going to be a bit better this weekend as well. I was right, Herflick is in Sweden. So welcome, Herflick. I can see Jet2 from Lanzarote. It's just turning on to finals in the distance, the far side of Leeds. And Martin says the weather's looking good at Manchester Airport tomorrow. No rain. Well, they say that every time, and every time we go, it does rain. We seem to drag that big cloud behind us in the car, don't we, Tom? I think we've got it on a tow rope.
That's
Sarah Jane says we like Leeds Bradford. Oh, so do we. Tom shouts, there's no planes. There's not enough at this time of year, is there? Papa Kilo says he prefers LBA to Manchester. I must admit, Paul, in the summertime, yeah, I think I do. It's at this time, then again, it is nice to see the bigger jets down at Manchester. I do like seeing the big stuff and the different colour schemes. Laura says, I love Leeds, good little airport. Yeah, Alfie says, I remember the 757 when he worked at Leeds. Them days are gone, I'm afraid. All the 75s are down to Manchester now. Right, Tom's panning the camera around. This is Jet2 from Lanzarote. Stuart Hodge, good evening to you. Yes, there's new carriers this summer for Leeds, Sun Express and Southwind. And Hannah Ward, good evening, Hannah. And Hannah and and James watching the stream. Hello to you both. I just noticed to stop that quite fairly short and did a 180 on the runway. I'm not sure if they've got shut of that rule where they have to taxi right to the end to turn round in the loop, so they seem to be turning round on the runway all the time these days. Sandy B, good evening. Been out feeding the foxes. Oh, that's interesting. Mind your fingers. Mush is good evening. Mush is with us. Good evening. Oh, it's this cold. It's frazzling my brain. Hannah Ward says, I saw your stream on the BBC. Yes, thank you very much. It was that was very nice to get it put on the Beeb. And it was them that contacted me, so they must have been watching. Looks like he's disappearing off somewhere down the eastern end. That might be a bus back to the terminal for the passengers. Is that what you mean? Hey. Trevor Smith says the turn on the runway suspended while taxiway Alpha is shut. Thank you, Trev. That would make sense. And Trev says when Alpha opens again in April, the rules will apply again. And Jane Clark. Good evening, Jane. Do we know what they're doing to taxiway Alpha, Trev? And Nigel Goodwin, good evening to you. Says glad to see someone streaming from Leeds Bradford instead of Manchester, Birmingham and Heathrow. Well, this is our local. We do like our alternate, don't we, Tom? Manchester.
Yep.
So we do try to get to Manchester every Sunday afternoon, or Sunday lunchtime, Sunday afternoon, or Sunday evening. In my pocket. Trev says, taxiway Alpha, the edge was cracking and falling apart. Plus sunken drains. Oh, interesting. Dibby says, where's that one going? What we're looking at, Tom? Are we on the Whiz?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that goes back to Warsaw.
We're boarding at the moment.
You can see the passengers getting on. Anybody counting? Before we finish the stream tonight, we will have another look at the moon at some stage. It's very, very clear. It won't last. Whew. Tom's just given me a little electric hand warmer. That's oh, that's lovely. Ah. So we've got two more arrivals coming. Let's have a look at where they are. We've got the Aer Lingus coming from Dublin. That's just over Manchester, and a Ryanair also from Arrecife, Lanzarote. That's also over Manchester. They're going to be coming pretty much together. So we'll see them two come in. Maybe we'll get to see the Whiz take off, and probably wrap things up for this evening. Was planning on doing an hour, Tom. We've been going an hour and 36. What we're doing? We're freezing. We can't get enough, can we? Oh wow, and Hannah Wards with a £4.99 super chat. Thank you, Hannah, that's very, very kind. We'll pop that towards the petrol for this weekend then, so thank you. It's much appreciated. Sky Spy says, which do you prefer, that the cemetery spots 1 for arrivals or 3 to departures? Down at the cemetery, it's nice. Tom says 3 to departures. I think I like 1 for departures. You get the interaction with the pilots there, don't you, with the waving and what have you. I think it means down by the cemetery and the lay-by. But yeah, it is good to see them rotating and coming flying over you at full power. Hannah says, you're welcome, we enjoy the watch. Thank you, Hannah. Mush going to Lanzarote in April for 4 days. Very nice. Whereabouts are you staying, Mush? Are all the people on yet, Tom? Still
boarding.
getting on? And Axis Productions says, where do you guys park when at Manchester outside? Tom, you've just put that thing right over my... I can't see it. Where do you guys park at Manchester outside? Is it safe near the roundabout? I've never had a problem, to be honest. Don't want to jinx that, but it does seem like everybody parks down by that roundabout and down that old road towards the Holiday Inn. Well, yeah, I've never had a problem. I guess as long as you don't leave anything on shore. And Axis Productions, yes, says, yeah, faded yellow lines. I think as long as you get off the road and onto the verge itself is what everybody seems to do. I think you're okay then. But no, don't be leaving your car on the double yellows. Sky Spy says the Ryanair Maxima Recife is over him right now. Can we see that in the distance, Tom?
Not yet.
Not yet, no. World MC 2010, hello to you, good evening. Mush says it's not far from where we were, forgot the name of the place, near the airport. That would be Matagorda, I would imagine. Yeah, Bob says Matagorda as well. Lovely little area there, isn't it, Tom? It's very nice.
Yeah.
They're nice and peaceful. Welcome back, Sam's Planes and Trains. The passengers getting on the German Airways as well.
Can't see any.
Everybody's having cups of tea. I could do with a cup of tea. Or a cup of coffee. Can see the Ryanair in the distance just swinging in. Slowly turning onto finals in the distance. Echo India, India Golf Zulu, the registration. It's the 738 MAX. And right behind it is the Aer Lingus from Dublin, ATR 72. And World MC 2010 says a red arrow flew over Leeds earlier. I did see a picture of that on Facebook. Yes, that was nice to see. And an A400 that did a fly past yesterday as well, didn't it? Just the one ILS approach, I think that did. Into the Sun says, what's the temperature at Leeds right now? When we pulled up in the car, it was 5 degrees. It's rather nippy. And Malcolm Clark, good evening, says, when you guys come back to Lanzarote, would like to meet you. That'd be nice. Say hello down the end of the runway. And Jill Rogers has gifted a Blue Sky membership as well, and that's gone to Cruel Hasbeast Fleet. Thank you, Jill, very kind. Much appreciated. See the Ryanair is in the distance. He's on finals now over Leeds. Spin it round when he gets a bit closer. Are you going for it now, Tom?
I'll go now.
Still a few miles out yet. Pleased to say the wind has dropped a bit actually in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, okay. I've got wrist to go out, won't I, in a second? Let's swap places. Nearly fell down the banking then. Goodness me. That's without beer. Oh, Malcolm Clark saying, don't want to upset you guys, but it's 21 degrees down in Lanzarote. Oh, very nice. I wish my feet were 21 degrees. Well, if you can zoom out a little bit, Tom, you can see the Aer Lingus swinging in behind.
Yep.
Yeah, got it. Nothing for a while, then two at once. Very, very bright lights on the Max. and hit the brakes. Typical Ryanair, he stopped that fairly quickly. Well, does look to be rolling quite. Maybe he's sending him to the loop. Yeah, looks like he's sending him down to the loop. The Aer Lingus is still quite a few miles out. I thought he'd have had time to backtrack there, but obviously not. Life should be more fair. Good evening to you, who's also stayed in Matagorda. And one. Got it? Just reading Marilyn's comment there with an apple and cinnamon cup of tea. Ugh, not my cup of not my cup of tea. Well, all this talk of coffee and tea, go on then, have you say on it, guys. Coffee or tea? What's everybody's favourite? I've started a poll. Oh, Trev says the Irish Hawker's about to go. Excellent stuff. Daryl Clark, good evening to you, Daryl. Lauren Toft, hello there. Who's in Playa Blanca, Lanzarote. Oh, very nice. Seems a popular place, does Lanzarote, doesn't it, with us Brits? So we've got the BizJet about to go, Tom.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
German Airways is pushed.
Yep. Starting to get busy. Anna likes coffee and tea. Wow. 40 votes in that poll so far, and it's slap bang on 50-50. Wow. We'll leave that going for a few minutes and let's see where it ends up. Rod Gill's with us. Good evening, Rod. Says he doesn't see beer in that poll. Very bright over there. BizJet's taxiing out. So the Irish BizJet is just taxiing up the runway now. It's hidden behind the trees. Have you found him, Tom? Just
Behind all the trees.
Yep, that is the Irish BizJet that just Trevor mentioned a few minutes ago. Echo Juliet Romeo Echo Victor Alpha, the reg. Don't think I've seen that one at Leeds before. Right, I will close that poll. And the winner is, it's a cup of tea. 57% in favour of tea. Well, that's surprising. 56%, it changed. Okay, the BizJet's just starting to roll. I've just heard the engines rev up. Here he comes. This will test your panning skills in the dark, Tom. Goodness, that's departing quickly. Farang Travels, good evening to you. Okay, something's taxiing out. What's that, Tom?
German Airways.
What's the German Airways coming out? So that's going back to Amsterdam. Turn that around quite quickly. And Arthur Miller, good evening to you. Denise says pocket rocket. I'd love to fly on a BizJet. Something I've never done, probably never will. This is pushing back as well. You have the Wizz Air pushing back as well now. So I think, guys, we'll see these two departures go and then we'll wrap it up for this evening. And Anna Moy, good evening to you. Stuart Hodge is asking, how do I donate? There's a few ways you can do it. There's a links in the description, or there's the super chat option. And thank you very much. As I say, we do put any donations we do get do go back into the channel, either into the channel or into the belly. So yeah, much appreciated. Or into a heated pair of socks. I really do need to buy myself a pair of them. Oh, and Arthur Miller with a £2 super chat as well. Thank you, Arthur. That's very, very kind. Much appreciated. Like I say, it's a massive help towards the petrol this weekend, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, here comes the German Airways on the roll. Stuart with the £5 super chat as well. Thank you, Stuart. Much appreciated, buddy. Like I say, that's a big help towards the petrol this weekend, so very, very kind. Thank you. I think there's a good chance we might do 2 streams from Manchester this weekend. We'll schedule a post and put it on Facebook when we've decided what we're doing. Robin, good evening to you. Robin's just noticed the stream. We're thinking of packing up in the next 5 minutes or so, Robin. Gonna see this whiz depart. Where is he now, Tom?
Just there.
Oh, it's just down there, still waiting to taxi. And to see, we're only going to do an hour stream tonight. We've done 2. And Dan Fretwell, good evening to you, Dan. Well, we was thinking of having a look at the moon again, but ever since I said that about 10 minutes ago, it's been behind a cloud. Also had 185 likes this evening as well, so everybody that's hit the like button, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And Brian Cassidy, good evening to you. We'll see you again soon. Oh, the whiz is taxiing out very quietly. Very, very quietly. So this is going back out to Warsaw. 1,523 kilometre flight. And I think this is the last one from us for tonight, is it, Tom?
I think so.
Yep. My feet are saying so. See, Sam's Planes and Trains is back, says, are we finishing? Yeah, next 5 minutes, Sam. A Midnight Star says, great stream, thank you. And everybody else with your kind comments, much appreciated. Robin, see you later. And Papa Kilo, you take care. Karen says, thank you for a nice stream. You're welcome. Okay, here comes the Wiz. He's just revving his engines up now. It's hidden behind the trees down that end at the moment. Sandy B, thank you. Here it comes. A321. Dutton with a £2 super chat, just a quick bonus for Nick and Tom. Well, thank you, Colin, very, very kind, much appreciated. Michael Corolla, good evening to you. Right, guys, I think that's it for this evening. So I really appreciate all your super chats and memberships tonight. It's very, very kind, and your likes as well. Almost got to 200 likes, which is incredible for a little old stream in the dark at Leeds. So really appreciated. I will look into whether we've got enough members now for an extra emoji. I think we might have. That's the first thing I'm going to do when we get home. While you're playing on your Xbox. Mods, thanks for being there as per usual. Really appreciated. So it looks like all's gone quiet again, so we'll wrap things up for this evening. And also, look, Amy Mam's been a member for 5 months. Says, fantastic stream, see you all tomorrow. Well, thank you, Bob. So yeah, we'll schedule a stream. We'll let you know when we're going to go, or what time we're going down to Manchester tomorrow, if we go to Manchester. And hopefully see you then. So take care, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye now. Oh, just before we go, I've just seen Alexander Elliott's just popped into the chat. Wow, better late than never, buddy. We'll see. You take care. We'll see you in the next one. See you later.